What's up, YouTubers? Johnny DIY here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a stackable block retaining wall like that one. If you guys are new to my channel, do me a favor, click the subscribe and the notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Alright guys, let's get to it. Okay, so the first step was I needed to remove these old logs right here. This is all that was holding up the earth before, and as you can see, they're just completely rotted out. They've been there about 25 years. This end is a little higher, so we're going to try and grade this end to this end and make it a nice and gradual slope. So we'll take a stake and we're going to hammer it down. Make sure you go ahead and check for where your sprinkler lines are first so that you don't hit any of those. You're only going to want to run a level around 30 feet because it'll start to droop. Get yourself a roll of this masonry string and we're going to go ahead and tie one end to this stake. Okay, so then we will pull our string all the way down to the next one. And we're going to pull it nice and tight around that stake and tie that off. Okay, now with the string really pulled tight, you're going to want to get one of these. This is called a line level. I'll make sure I put links down in the description to all the tools and supplies I use. But this just slips over the string. Make sure you put it in the middle of the string. We'll adjust the string up and down on our stakes until we get that bubble right in the middle like that. Okay, now we're going to want to lay down some of this gravel. We're going to want about 4 to 6 inches of a layer, and that's going to give us a nice level surface that's not going to compact. Now the type of soil you're working with is also going to factor in. If you're working with a clay soil, for instance, that's going to compact a lot more than, say, like this. This is a very sandy soil I'm working with. So I don't need to layer down too much of this gravel because this soil is not going to compact very much. And also the height of your wall is also going to factor in. If you have a really high wall, maybe a few feet, you're going to need a nice, probably 6-inch base of this gravel. That's just so it's nice and stable. You can get that first course level, as well as it's not going to sink and dip over time. Now we'll go ahead and get this gravel nice and level. Now you're going to want to get one of these. This is a tamper. It has a big, heavy 8-inch by 8-inch steel base. And this is what we're going to use to compact the soil. You can also use a little bit of water to aid in the compaction process. Now you're not going to want to skip the tamping or the gravel process, or your wall is going to end up settling over time and it's going to be really wavy. We also want to rake out any grass, bark, or tree roots, because that's going to get in the way of us compacting down that soil. So we kind of need to dig out a trench where our gravel is going to lay. The depth of the trench is going to need to be deep enough for that layer of gravel, as well as some of the first block. The first block can't be level with the ground. It has to be sunk down so that way the pressure of the wall, it'll hold it there. Okay, so I went ahead and got started on the wall so far, and what you're gonna do first is you're gonna get your string line and you're gonna set that to the face of where you want the block at the top. That way we can line up the face as well as the top. Make sure the line is level. If you put a couple nails or screws in your stake, you can easily pull the string really tight and then just wrap it around those. Here's one of the retaining wall blocks. As you can see, this one is about 4 inches thick and at its widest point about a foot. Now this is about 20 pounds. They come in different sizes, but note that the big ones can weigh up to 50 pounds a block. So know that before you order them. If you can see right here on the back, there is a small tongue, and this tongue actually faces down. And that tongue hangs over the back of the block, and that's what locks the blocks together. You're just gonna run the pattern staggered half. We're gonna start on the low end of our slope. You're also gonna wanna make sure you have some space behind your trench, because after you finish your wall, we're gonna need to backfill that, and we're gonna backfill that with some larger rock gravel for drainage. We need water to be able to drain through the wall or it'll create too much pressure. As you can see, they design these things with little channels between each stone on the seam right here. That's so that the water can come through, and we want that aggregate there so that can filter the water and the dirt. If you end up having a very tall wall, you'll also probably need to put a drain tube at the very bottom. That'll be a corrugated tube with holes in it, covered in a sleeve that water can get into that hose, and you just angle that with the slope. The water will drain down there and drain out with the grade. Okay, let's go ahead and set one of the base blocks together. You definitely want to get some knee pads or one of these kneeling pads. Tongue edge downward. And we're just going to want to shimmy it. And we're going to want to be level with this one next to us. Looks like it's a little low. We'll go ahead and put some more gravel. If you find yourself having trouble leveling, you can also add a fine layer of sand. You're gonna want a couple different size level. This is a 6-inch, and we're gonna run it and make sure it's level this way. Then we're gonna make sure it's level this way. Then you're gonna want a little bigger level. This is a 16-inch level, and you're gonna use this level to level this block to this block. And you're gonna make sure it's nice and even. So give it a rock, and if it rocks at all, then they're not perfectly level. Looks just about right. Make our seam nice and tight here. And then we're also gonna wanna make sure the back of our block right here lines up in a nice parallel line with our previous block. Make sure the face of the block is lined up with our string line. Now with that base block in, we can just go ahead and stack our other layers on. Make sure that tongue is pulled forward so it locks in. Okay, now if you're dealing with a grade like I am, as we go uphill, you're gonna notice that this lower stone keeps getting deeper and deeper. And now I've reached the point where my base block is actually flush or actually a little below the grade. Once our bottom course reaches that level, we can now go to the one above it, and now this is gonna become our bottom course. So we'll take a block and we're gonna set it on top, overlapping that one. Now we're gonna have to make sure the ground underneath here is nice and level. We're nice and level. Now we can just continue on with this course as our bottom row. Now since from starting over here that lower block is so low, the dirt is at the top. So what you can do is step it up on top and add another course here. Or you can do the whole entire row another course if you want that top completely level. Okay, now sometimes you may need to cut one of these in half or just cut off the tongue. Sometimes you have to cut off the tongue if you're gonna go around something. And also cutting off the tongue makes setting that first layer a little bit easier. So what you're gonna do, if you're gonna cut it in half or anywhere along it, go ahead and mark a line, and you're gonna mark that line all the way around the whole entire block. Then you're gonna take a hammer and a chisel. Preferably you're gonna wanna use a masonry chisel or a normal chisel that you just don't care about. That's what I have here. Let's just go ahead and cut the tongue off this one. So you're gonna take your chisel and you're gonna either start on your line, or we're gonna start on the end of our tongue, and you're gonna score all the way along your line. You can go all the way around the block if you're cutting it in half, and just score it. Once you get to the other side, you'll continue scoring it around until it splits in half. But for the tongue, you just score it once and then come back and the whole thing will just come right off. Then you can clean up that edge. Make sure you're wearing safety glasses. Now once you backfilled behind the wall with the gravel and then the topsoil, we're going to take our garden hose and we're going to wet that area down to kind of compact that area. But we're also going to wet down the front, in front of these stones. Any area that you've loosened up the dirt, we're going to want to wet that down, and then we're going to come back and tamp that down. We just want to compact it a little bit so it really locks in that wall. Now let the water soak in for a few minutes and really saturate it. Okay, now all that's left is to glue this final top row to the layer below it. This is very important, especially if you're gonna have kids walking or playing on these things, or if you're gonna be stepping on top of these, say for a stairway or a pathway. You're gonna want these top blocks secure so they don't come loose, shake, and cause an accident. So I'll do these two. I'm gonna go ahead and mark where they are with a pencil. Just sweep it off, make sure it's nice and clean. Then this is the glue we're going to be using. This is construction adhesive. I like this Loctite PL Premium 3X. And we're just going to put some nice, good sized globs on the stones. And we can go ahead and set them on top. Line them up how we want them. Then firmly press them down. Make sure that tongue is pulled forward, locking it in place. You don't want to let them set for about a day, at least overnight. All right guys, well here it is all done. I did all 70 feet by myself. Now this took me about a whole week to complete. I wouldn't go ahead and try and do this in a hurry because you really got to take your time with that base layer. And it's very tedious work. You don't want to end up wrecking your back because this is very labor intensive kind of work. So take your time, do it a few hours at a time, and you'll have a nice wall that'll come out great. Alright guys, well hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and click the notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Thanks for watching Johnny DIY. Keep on doing it yourself guys. Take care.